Hello, Ohana, and welcome. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, thanks for coming. I do mostly Disney-related content, but if I find something magical along the way, I might throw that in too. Today, I'm going to be talking about the kinds of things that I like to bring to the park and the different types of park bags that I use. I'm getting ready for an upcoming trip, so I'm starting to organize everything together, and I wanted to share that with you. Now, I started off by putting like every single possible thing that I might take with me to the park into this bag. So this is just your standard size backpack. This was one of those purchase with a purchase backpacks that I got a few years ago. And right now it's kind of heavy because I do have some things in here that wouldn't necessarily come with me on every day of my trip. But I wanted to share with you what I could fit in here. And as you can see though, before I start taking things out, there's still plenty of room in here. Even though it's a little heavy and there's one thing making it a little very kind of heavy right now, you can still fit a lot in. But I also want to show you how I might condense some of those things and take different types of bags and show you what can fit in those bags. The other bags that I'm going to show you include a Vera Bradley crossbody, two different Disney Loungeflies, and the reason that I'm showing you two different ones is because they are slightly different in sizes. This one also has a much larger front pocket, which you're going to see how that might make a difference. And I'm going to put the same amount in both of these for you to see. And then the final thing is, if you want to take something with you, but you really want to go as minimal as possible, I'm going to show you what you can fit into a fanny pack, waist pack, whatever they're calling them now. But so these are the different things I'm going to show you, and the different things that I take with me to the park. So let's open her up and get started. Again, now some of this I've just thrown in here, so it's not necessarily in here as neat and organized as it possibly could be, but let me see if I can share with you. You can see that there's still like a lot of room in here. Alrighty, so let's see what I have in here. First is ears. These might not come with me every single day. I sometimes have bow bands or a hat, but either way, it's all very compact and will fit into a large bag. They can fit into the Loungefly as well, as long as there's not tons of other things in there. You can see that it fits there. Alrighty. Sunglasses, super important, especially in summer. And a brush, also important in summer. I sometimes start my day off with my hair down, but very hot, sweaty, at least by noon, I'm trying to pull it back. So that's helpful. Also, when you go on Splash Mountain and you get drenched, it's nice to have, if you have longer hair, something to pull it back with. Of course, you can use your fingers. I prefer a tiny brush. Doesn't take up a lot of room. Alrighty, so the next couple things. First, I usually take some kind of small container of sunscreen. I sometimes carry even smaller than this. I really like the really tiny trial sizes, but something small that we can reapply if we're staying in the park all day long. This I got a few years ago, and this cooling towel came from Disney. I think it was like $14. It might have been, it was around 14. It was definitely less than 20. I don't think it was 19 or anything like that, but could be now. But I really like this because it's very soft, folds up, kept us cool. So it really definitely, I found worked pretty well. And I had a different cooling towel before this, and I found that it really got kind of stiff when it wasn't wet. And I like the fact that this is not, we've put it on our heads before, put it over to kind of keep cool. It's very nice, very small, easy to carry around. I have two fans. I don't always bring both of them. I just got the one. But this one is nice because it's very lightweight. You can wear it around your neck. It is not very heavy. It keeps you cool. I found that we usually have to pull it up towards our face to get more, but hanging around your neck keeps you cool. I just got this new one that you wear. So right side up, upside down. There we go. You wear it around your neck. like this, and you turn it on and it blows air up this way. It's better if you don't have your hair down in front of it. But I haven't given this one a try in the actual parks yet, so I'm interested in seeing how this works. But this one, we find that it works pretty well. This one has batteries that you put in, and this one you have to charge it. So we'll have to see how it holds up in the Florida heat. This is definitely an essential, which is my poncho. We travel most of the time in the summer, and it rains just about every day in the summer in Florida. So having a poncho is really nice. I like to use the poncho because I have a bag with me usually, and I usually have cameras in it, and I don't want it to get wet. I like to have my hands free because I don't hide when it's raining unless it's lightning, and then we will go inside. But if it's raining, I'm still out exploring the park. So I poncho up, and we just carry it in a Ziploc so that we can fold it up, put it back in there once the rain is over. It usually doesn't last all day, though it can. And then we make sure that we take it out at night back in the hotel room to dry off. Might seem like a simple thing to remind yourself to do. Sometimes you might forget, but you definitely want to air it out at the end of the day. And I usually have this handheld holder for my phone. It's really, easy if I'm taking video around the park or pictures, just to hold it like that. So that's usually in my bag, even though some of the other things may not be. And then portable charger, which is important. I know it's really hard to escape using phones. We use them for everything now: pictures, reservations, mobile order at some of the quick service restaurants. So staying charged is important. So I keep a portable charger handy for any charging I may have to do. Always take some wet ones. I've been taking these well before the pandemic hit. And I find that, sometimes when we go to quick service restaurants, there's a lot of fast changeover, and we've used these to wipe down tables before, wipe our hands off before we eat, things like that. Or if you get sticky from ice cream, because it definitely melts much faster in the summertime. Like to have those handy, so I always have that on me. The one thing that's making this particular book bag heavy is my tripod. This will only be traveling with me on 2 different days to the parks. I will not be taking it every single day. It's a little bit heavy, but it folds out full size. And this is so I want to record the fireworks, and I want to make sure that I have something steady to do that. And it is a little bit heavy, but again, I'm only taking it for 2 days, and it won't be with me the rest of the time. I do have a smaller portable tripod, which again, if I'm taking the big tripod, this might not be in my bag. But this one it's a nice tabletop one. Can even sit on top of a trash can. If I don't want to take the big one with me, I could sit this somewhere for nice portable pictures. So. And then my GoPro, again, this might not always be in my bag every single day. I usually use this for the pool or if we're going to a water park, but I also have taken it on rides before, so because I'm afraid of using my phone and my camera on a ride. I don't want it to get broken, so I might take the GoPro on a ride. And then in this bag, I do have my camera, my Canon G7X, and this is pretty compact. I take it with me pretty much every single day. So that's going to be in whatever bag that I take. Gum, because they do not sell gum on Walt Disney World property, and I sometimes get a little bit dizzy on rides, even just regular roller coasters, not even necessarily the teacups. So I like to have mint gum. That does help. But I also have a little first aid kit, which in it, I do take Dramamine with me. It makes me tired, so I try not to use that all the time. But I have it just in case. Some Tylenol, a chapstick. My son always needs chapstick. And then we have Benadryl. My daughter has allergies, so we carry that just in case. And then a few Band-Aids. Now, there is a first aid center at every single Disney park, but you know, these are just for minor things, and instead of like stopping in the middle of the magic and having to go somewhere, I just keep a little tiny kit. It's very small. It fits in no matter what bag I take, it'll fit into that bag. And then I have this plain plastic bag that we take just in case I need to throw anything like the charger in it. If it's gonna rain, yes, I know I have the poncho on, but I still put the camera. I put the camera and the charger and sometimes my phone, depending on the downpour. I will put them in that plastic bag in my backpack just in case, because you never know what might happen, how wet it might get. And then I will sometimes keep everything that's in this bag in it, and sometimes I take it out. So I don't always have everything in this bag in the bag. But a little deodorant, a little freshen up, sanitizer, some tissues, Tide pen, and some C-bands. Now, I have not used the C-bands yet, so I'm hoping to try them out this time to see how they work. Again, I get a little bit dizzy on some of the rides. I get dizzy on Space Mountain, Rock and Roller Coaster, Expedition Everest when it goes backwards. So I thought I would give this a try instead of the drum, I mean, this time, but I have that as backup. And then I always take a Sharpie with me. This started when both of my children would get souvenirs and we needed to write down. Sometimes they would get the same souvenir, whose souvenir it was. So we'd write it right on the product because, you know, they want to play with it or hold it right away. And I've been carrying it around ever since. I also use it to mark my camera cards if I were to use a camera card all the way through. And then I mark it so I know which one's been used. So I can do that too. So that is the everything that I put into that large bag. Now, not everything would fit into the large bag, and I don't necessarily need everything every single day. So with my Vera crossbody, I might just choose a few things, like my camera definitely is coming with me, and then the charger, my plastic bag. Let's take my GoPro on this trip too. My little box of necessities, wipes, and sunglasses. Put that in there. I'm gonna put my brush in, the cooling towel, which again might be around my neck, not necessarily in my bag, but, and let's throw the gum in. Definitely need the poncho and my handheld. And I'm going to put this in there this time, but I would probably, if I was using a smaller bag than the blue one, then I would probably have a smaller size, but I'm going to, for now, put this in. I did not put in the larger tripod. I did not put in this bag of supplies. I'm not putting this in, although I think this would fit. I'm going to put this in. I'm going to put this in for the summer. Let's just put that one in there because that was small. That's a little bit smaller than the other one. And I am not going to put this one in, all right, because I need to condense for this size bag. And I'm not putting in the mini tripod, which I think would fit, but I'm not going to put that in here. So that's all in there now. It is pretty full. I don't know that I mean, I guess you could shove a few more things in there, but I don't know that that would be necessary or wise. You know what I mean? You don't want it packed. But that is now all packed. So now we're going to take some of the things from this bag. We'll try everything and put it in the next Loungefly. So I have wet ones and sunglasses. Put that in the front. And let's see, I'm trying to find my charger first. So I want to put that in the front as well. I like to put things in the front pocket that are easily accessible, that you want to get to right away. So that is the front pocket. And I'm going to zip that up. There's room for a little bit more, but I'm not going to force it. I'm going to put that. Oh, my ears are still in there from before. Let's see if they fit still. And my brush. Let's put this in there. But again, I would have a smaller size for my Loungeflies because they're smaller. Let's put the GoPro in. Let's just say I need that for that day. All right. Camera. And I think we've got our plastic bag and the gum. I'm not putting this in here as neatly as I could. I'm just putting it in. Uh-oh, we're getting tight on room here now. I do want to carry that. GoPro might have to not go in on this to get in here. And then I'll put that in. Let's see. Oh, goodness gracious. I probably didn't do as good of a packing as I could have on here, but it all fits. So let's take a look. Oh, it's definitely a little heavy. It's definitely tight. It's definitely packed in, but it's all in there. Again, I may condense down. I may not have everything if I'm taking my Loungefly. I may have to forego this or make sure that I'm always wearing it. I may not take the GoPro in addition to everything else. So, you know, just depends. But I could take everything if I wanted to. It all fits. I'm going to transfer from there into here. And I did put the ears in there, so that took up a little bit more room. Now, the two pockets, as I mentioned before, on the Loungeflies, the one on the gray one is bigger, so I'm not going to be able to fit everything into the front pocket on the other one. So I'm going to put this in the front pocket. That might be all that fits in the front pocket. It's very small. So, so that means that these are going to have to go into the large part, which means I probably cannot take the ears this time. Again, I have a lot of things that I'm taking in here. So if you're taking less than me, you definitely will have more room. You could put a pair of ears in there. I'm going to still put this GoPro in and my handheld because I want to see what fits in a similar way. Taking my camera, trying to pack this a little bit better. Still going to put this bigger one in, even though I said I definitely would pick smaller. The gum. Brush. Poncho, which probably should have put in earlier because I want to put that towards the back. Glasses, which would probably be on my face. This would probably be around my neck, but putting it in anyway. This feels like it's not quite as tight. I did take the ears out, so maybe that's why. Still a little tiny bit of room if you want to put something else in there. But so even though the pocket is smaller on this one, when I took the ears out, I had more room in there, which is surprisingly because this seems bigger to me than this one, but it works. And then finally, the fanny pack. I like this because it doesn't weigh you down on your back, completely hands-free, but I sometimes like the backpack because even the minis, you can carry more. I have the hand sanitizer already attached to this, so that's ready to go. And there's 3 different pockets. There's a big pocket, medium pocket, and small pocket. I will not be able to fit everything in here. So let's see what would be bare essentials. Definitely the charger, so I'm putting that in first. That's the only thing really that fits in the front pocket, and that's okay. And it's a perfect spot for it because you can just, you know, hook right up to it. It's right there in the front pocket. All right, I'm definitely want to put this in there. Again, because of using a fanny pack, this might just have to be around my neck the whole time. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna have to say adios to the GoPro while I'm wearing a fanny pack. I am gonna try to put this in to the middle pocket. Let's see how that works. It doesn't like the middle pocket. Could have put it in the big pocket. We might have to lose that as well. All right. Let's see how this fits. Actually, I'm gonna have to take this out because I don't know that that's gonna fit. All right, I got the poncho in. Let's try this again. All right, that fits in now that I have the poncho in there. This I'll have to take out to make sure that I have enough lathered up. Definitely the gum because I need that. I would probably say no to the regular camera on a day that I was wearing the fanny pack. I still want to take this, especially because, you know, want to be safe. And then, let's see, I still have this. That fits, oh, nice into the middle. I don't know that this would fit comfortably. It wouldn't. So what I would probably do is just take out the Tylenol and some of the Benadryl for my daughter to make sure I had, like, you know, exactly what I needed. I always take Tylenol because, you know, you never know if you're just going to get a little bit of a headache. Rides do that to me sometimes. And having that, you know, so you don't have to stop the magic, definitely. All right, so sunglasses and cooling towel. Well, sunglasses fit. Cooling towel does not really fit comfortably in here. So I would have to wear that day. But you can see how I can condense down into that as well. So that's all of my essentials. I don't know that they're essential because honestly, just to have fun, you just need yourself and your family. You don't need everything else. I, though, would recommend at least a cooling towel for the summer because it does get hot, and definitely sunglasses because the sun is super bright. But other than that, these are the different things that I take, and I wanted to share with you how different things that I take fit into different styles of the bags. I probably will be taking every style that you see here for several reasons. One, I do like to switch out. And two, I never know what I'm going to feel like taking to the park that day, and at least this will give me some options on what I want to take. So I like to have a variety of bags to take with me, but most of the time I do take a bag with me. I rarely go bagless. So I want to know, like, what do you take in your park bag, or do you prefer not having a bag at all? So let me know if there's something that I did not put in my bag that you usually use. Let me know in the comments. Or if there is something that surprised you that you didn't even think about putting in your park bag, let me know that as well. If you go bag free, I also want to know, like, how is that experience for you? Because I rarely go bag free, and I can't imagine going bag free because I haven't for so long. And, you know, let me know, like, what you think of that freedom, I guess, or if you prefer having a bag. Thank you for joining me on my bag extravaganza. Until next time, stay magical. I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.